Hey everyone, Reseller here, and this is going to be your Steem Blockchain News Minute for Saturday, January 19th, 2019. Hope everyone is having an amazing week. We haven't done a show in quite a few days since last weekend, so I really thank everyone for tuning in today. Definitely go down there, click the follow button. If you're on YouTube, click the subscribe button. I also have a new YouTube channel for Steem Blockchain News. You can go down there. The link is going to be below for anyone on Steemit. Once again, I am Reseller here. Let's get right into the numbers, shall we? Today we have 1,202,283 accounts here on Steemit.com. We kind of got past that 200,000 mark, as there hasn't really been much accounts been created over the last 6 months. Artwork 20 was actually supposed to change all that thing, and I find that like the easiest way for me to get people to go to get a Steemit account is just to give them a Steem Monsters code that gives them a free Steem Monsters account, which in turn gives them a free Steemit account. That's been the easiest way for me to onboard people. So it's kind of crazy to see, like, you know, Hardfork 20 was supposed to bring in all these people, but it really hasn't. Currently witnesses are at 14,817, and we're currently on Hardfork 20. Speaking of the devil, Steam back dollars is at 95 cents. We're up 7.4% as we can see. We had some really good increases this week. I'm really happy to see Steam back dollar almost at $1. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but we had 28% increase this week, which is stupendous. We want to get back to that dollar peg, and we're getting there. So I don't know any of the hubbub or anything, and maybe it has to do with some of the with the Ned thing, and we'll talk about that later. But there's like really no thing. I'm not really understanding any correlation between the price and any news or anything like that. So that's actually a good sign. Because when, you know, positive news comes out and the price goes up, it's usually going back down. It's hype bubble, and I think we're actually seeing some organic increases in the price, so that is really good. See, volumes at 95,000, which is pretty low for Steam back dollars. Market cap's at 10.6 million. Steem, on the other hand, is at 38 cents. We're up 3.42% for the last 24 hours. We had an increase of 46% this week, which is incredible. Volume for the last 24 hours is 3.1 million, which is an extreme amount. So I don't know if there's some buying and selling. It kind of looks like there's some buying because, you know, we're going up, but I see a little bit, you know, possibly we've hit a spike here, as I can see the chart over here. So hopefully we can stay above 38 cents for the next week or two. Ideally, we'd love to see Steem back up, Steem up to $1 and past that and beyond. So we'll keep an eye on this. Market cap's at 119 million, and we're currently ranked 42 on coinmarketcap.com, which is fantastic because we were at 50 not even like a week ago. So awesome stuff. State of the DAPS. Let's talk about some movement. Steem's moving up to the second spot here on the Steem blockchain platform. As we can see, it's beat out Steem Monsters from fourth to second place, or it's moved 2 spots, I should say. So congratulations to Steem. Looks like Steem blockchain's been down a little bit for the last 24 hours, and you know, volume for the last 7 days. All this stuff is pretty new, and dev activity, of course, is looking at this. We're going to leave a link down below to the stateofthedaps.com. It's actually a really cool site. You can actually see some particular DAPS, and I think Ethereum's on here. As a matter of fact, let's go to all DAPS, and I'll show you guys that real quick. Doesn't show. Okay, I guess it doesn't show the DAPS. Here we go. So yeah, Ethereum, EOS, GoChain, which I've never heard of, POA, which I've also never heard of, and Steem. So those are the ranking platforms. Of course, Ethereum with CryptoKitties and all that kind of stuff is like the leader in pretty much blockchain-based things. EOS is definitely a quick second here, and all this kind of cool stuff. So definitely go and check that out. Other news of the day, Nathan Mars has undelegated all his 777 delegations. So if you are wondering what happened, I really don't know. I went to go check his account to see if he mentioned anything, but there was nothing mentioned. And so if you can see, he's got some block trades, incoming delegation. So that means he basically paid out to get delegation. It's an extreme amount, so the 423,000. But I noticed this today when I was looking at my my steamworld.org account, which basically, if anyone's, go check out steamworld.org/@yourname, whatever your Steemit name is, and this is where I get all this data from. And there's a link below, and it's a really cool thing. And I noticed that Nathan Mars undelegated my account, and I was like, oh, okay, that's that's cool. I really appreciate the 707. It's hard to even say 777 SP that he donated for last, I think it was like a month and a half or 2 months. So thank you, Nathan, for that. I appreciate that. But then I went to go dig a little deeper to see, well, was it just me, or was there a problem with my account because I haven't been active in a couple days. And so I noticed that he pulled everyone's delegation. So if you're for some, I have a large account, so the 777 isn't a major thing for me, though. I definitely appreciate that bump. But for someone that has a little account, that's going to be devastating to some people, especially without any notice that I'm aware of. So let's see here. Yeah. Okay. No. Here we go. My bad. Nathan actually did have an account, because when I looked over here at his blog, there was nothing on here. So it says last post was Nathan Mars' account. We'll be posting lots of comments and limiting resteams to 17 per day to this count. My only focus is you community projects like Link 777 via Nathan Mars 7. Oh, so I guess Nathan Mars has his own another account and all this kind of stuff. So he's doing his own thing. It's a little confusing for me, and I've been knee deep into the Steem blockchain. And so whatever he's doing, I understand he's doing community things, but to me it's very confusing when he's doing, and it's been confusing a lot of people. The Z snap, the D snap, whatever the snap, ABC, LOG snaps, it's confusing a lot of people. And I think that whatever he's doing, I'm sure eventually there's going to be some documentation, and he's helped out a lot of Steemians, and so I want to say thank you, Nathan, for that. Your delegation for the last couple months, that really helped when I was in a low spot with my account. And like yourself, I also did donate a bunch of my Litecoins to buy Steem Power delegation for 90 days with block trades. And I highly suggest, if anyone has some extra crypto, to definitely do that, especially if you're involved in Steem. It's helped my account out a lot, tremendously. And so yeah, so in other news, I forgot I was gonna say, whoever Steemit.com. All right, so if you ever go to your account and you click follow, it usually was set by alphabetical and you couldn't change it, anything. But I think someone had the great idea, and I don't even know who did it, on the Steem blockchain, or the Steem, whoever's at Steemit Inc., whoever set it to be, I think it's the newest follows now they set it to. Please put it back to the alphabetical, because there's some people that I want to see, and I don't want to search through all the crap. And it was easily just to go to who I follow and set it by alphabetical. And I only have like 300. I only follow 300 people, so it was easy for me to go and do that. Now I'm lost, and there's no way to like sort. Think about it, a multi-million-dollar company, and you can't even sort like the followers. So that just it's just frustrating. And we're going to talk about a little bit about Ned and everything later in the show, so definitely stay tuned for that. But this is the kind of thing that frustrates myself personally, especially for a multi-million-dollar company like Steemit Inc. And I can't even sort. I can't even, and like, look at this thing. What? Okay. Oh, great. I can sort. Look what this does. Oh wow. Oh, thanks. I can. Oh, dude, this is incredible. This is a lifesaver. I can actually shrink the page. Like, what the fuck? Who needs this? Another news, announcing a new public full node. Finally, a savior. The Marky Mark comes to us with a state of a public full nodes blows. Well, that's the state of it. There's not too many public nodes, and so what that means is Steemit Inc. basically holds a lot of the nodes, which is basically the processing stuff that confirms the blocks and things like that. So I think Marky Mark is starting a public node, which is amazing, because if Steemit Inc. decides one day to pack up shop and leave, we're screwed. There's someone else probably step in and make a node for Steem. But what I'm saying is, it's good to proactive that Marky Mark is doing something like this. Read the thing below. It's not super technical at all, so like I said, Basically, Steemit Inc. holds pretty much the majority of the nodes, and if they were just to leave, Steemit would be screwed. Though the public nodes, I bet you a lot of people would come together and keep the Steem blockchain going. For those that don't know, there's actually like busy.org. There's a lot of other Partico. There's other places that is kind of like a graphic user interface like Steemit.com is. So if Steemit.com was to leave, just pack up shop, there would be plenty of other things to be able to do. Though I like Steemit.com, and I'm one of the few actually, other than that damn sorting thing. What the in other news, Agro interviewed Ned, and this was actually with LL Farms, and this was actually a really good interview. Ned, took a lot. I think he took a lot of abuse. Well, not like super. I mean, there were some heated kind of tense moments during this interview, and there's a lot of frustrations within the community about how Ned handles the whole thing, and he's kind of been standoffish as far as being part of the community, and that's just one of the things that I never got, and I've given Ned shit for this, and so as lots of people, is for someone that's a CEO of a company that's a social media company, that he's not. It makes no sense to me that Ned's so I don't even know what the term is, that he's not a part of the community. And you'd think like if someone I don't know. There's a lot of confusing things. Like, why isn't Ned part of the community as much as like a lot of people are that have not as much stake in the whole thing? That's the whole thing. He has such a huge stake in the success of this company, and it's like he's nowhere to be found. And if he's coming around, he's playing his guitar or wearing weird like suspenders or just there's a lot of weirdness that goes along with his personality, and just maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's not a social guy. Maybe he got caught up in this whole thing with Dan Larimer, and maybe Ned needs a figurehead for Steemit.com, for Steemit Inc. And maybe that's the whole thing that needs to happen. And I don't got nothing against Ned. I've never met him in person, but to me, if I owned a multi-million-dollar company that is a social media blockchain driven, damn well I would be in the community, talking to people, taking feedback, trying to make things better. And like, it just frustrates me to hell that I've been in corporate America. I've been in and out of corporate America for years. I've dealt with people with Sony, Disney, Warner Brothers, DreamWorks, and it's like a lot of the people that run these companies are so out of touch with the community. It just baffles my mind. Anyways, one of the things is that was brought up in another post by Agro is that I think the reason why Ned's becoming more involved with the community like this is that I think Johal or someone like that is threatened to fork Steem with their 70 million Steem or something like that to start their own Steem and just leave Steemit Inc. out to dry and just be like, forget you guys, like good luck, and what that would have done was actually I read somewhere, now don't quote me on this, that it actually would take away all their delegation. All their Steem power would become basically null on the blockchain, which is like crazy to think about, that someone with that much Steem power could just fork Steem over and create their own Steem. It would be Steem. It would still be the Steem blockchain. Steemit is the only thing that Steemit Inc. has property of. You can name anything Steem. That's why Steem Monsters is called Steem Monsters. That's why a lot of things is called Steem. Steemit is the only trademark thing. Even the Steem blockchain is not even trademarked. It's not owned by really anyone. If you have enough delegation, you can pretty much, if you have enough power, you can basically fork it over to another thing. So we're living in crazy times right now with Steem, and everyone's pretty much frustrated. And I hope Ned, I hope this is like a huge wake-up call to him to actually do some shit instead of like playing around. I even heard at Steamfest he was only there for like a few hours and was gone. Like, that's just unacceptable to me. Anyways, go check this out. Link is below. A DTube video of the day comes to us from Steem Cafe, IJ, and I want to say Larry. Is it Larry? Oh my goodness. Larry Morrison, I think it is the other gentleman right here. Both I met at the Steem Creators Conference in Las Vegas. It was probably one of the best things I ever done as far as in my Steam career, was going and talking, and I was nervous as shit during that whole thing. But anyways, Austin's coming up in April 10th through 13th. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it. I'm going to try to start planning that now, but definitely go and check it out. Tickets start at $299. I think it's a weekend. Actually, it's like 3 days, it looks like, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm not completely sure if that's even a weekend. But this is probably one of the best things. This is pretty much like Steamfest US. And the only reason why I can think in my head why they don't have Steamfest in America is that trying to get visas to come into America from other countries is harder than for Americans to go out of country. And I think that's probably one of the main reasons. It could be some weird tax loophole or write-off or some shit like that too. But that's my kind of thinking. I'm like, why don't they ever have Steamfest in America? It'd be such a great thing. But this is pretty much Steamfest America, Steam Creators Conference, IJ, Steam Cafe, Larry Morrison, all the gang there. Definitely go and check this out. Link is going to be below. And a huge shout out to IJ, who's been super supportive of my career and has helped out boosting my whole presence on the blockchain tremendously. So thank you, man. Steemit of the day comes to us from no other than Brian Phobos. Brian Phobos was one of the first people that I met here on the Steem blockchain, Steemit.com. He is a really cool guy. He does lots of cool little cryptocurrency videos. He got me on with his, he used to do these pool things where he'd sit in his pool and talk about crypto for like 15 to 20 minutes. And those are the YouTube videos that got me here on the Steemit, along with Jerry Brandfield. So both of those guys are pretty much the main reasons why I came over to Steem. So I want to give a huge shout out to Brian Phobos. Go follow him today. He does really cool, he's turned into like doing like these funny little like quick little news clips about crypto. He talks about crypto a little bit. So if you're into that kind of stuff, definitely go and follow him. New Steem of the day comes to us from RD Radhi. Raul 22, brand new to Steemit. Welcome to Steemit. Definitely go and leave a comment. Comments are free. Go say hello. Go give him an upvote. Welcome him to the Steem blockchain family. And I want to give a huge shout out to Yaba P. Matt, who has donated 5 Steem via Post Promoter to help this new Steemian's journey. So we want to give a huge shout out to Yaba P. Matt for that. And as a matter of fact, let's go take a peep to see where Yaba P. Matt is. If you go here to the side and go to vote for witnesses, he was at 16. Oh, the guy's at 12 now, like amazing. Anyways, definitely go and check out Yaba P. Matt, who is now witness 12. He's inching his way into the top 10, which is incredible. Him and Agro are been doing such amazing work, and I want to give them a huge shout out. But go say hello to RD Radhi, brand new to Steemit. Leave a comment. Comments are free. All that fun stuff that we love. Whew. Today was just a packed show, I swear. There's a lot going on the Steem blockchain, and the price is going up, which is crazy. I think Ned or someone sold like a bunch of Steem, like a few million Steem or something like that. I was reading somewhere, and I think that has a little bit to do with the price increasing and stuff like that, because what happens is when the whales start to sell the Steem, it goes in the hands of other people, and once that huge stake is removed and it goes into the people's hands, I think you see a little bit of more economic positivity, or at least that's the thinking I have in my head. But anyways, I am Reseller here. This has been your Steem blockchain news for today. I wish everyone a happy new year. Hope everyone is staying warm in the northern hemisphere, and I guess it's like summer in the southern hemisphere. So happy summer to some of you, happy winter to most of you here in the States. It's been super cold, and I want to thank everyone's support. And wow, we're almost at 20 minutes on this video. This is incredible. Anyways, I'm Chris. Go click the follow button, subscribe if you're on YouTube, leave a comment and leave a like. That helps other people see the show. Tell a friend, tell your dog, tell your hamster that we're here. Anyways, take care. We'll see you next time.